I truly believe that OnX is the most impactful addition to what I used to say other than the spinner, but now I say it's been more impactful than even the spinner. It is so easy to have more success traveling with OnX than before. I remember when I used to one place up on the Nebraska, that Missouri River up on the Nebraska South Dakota border. First time I went there, because you can get lost in that place. I had Google imagery was a thing, like satellite imagery was a thing, but there was no OnX. And so I had to print out and laminate all my satellite imagery. And I had it on like a binder in the boat because, I mean, literally you can get lost up there. But the effort it took for me at that time to use satellite imagery compared to now was so much harder. And you go 5 years before that, there's just no satellite imagery at all.
Right.
I mean, satellite imagery and being able to pin and being able to share pins to me is just revolutionized the sport of waterfowling. Absolutely revolutionized. And then the next one I would add is private land being harder to access. I think you used to be able to, people had more success finding birds on private than they do now because the number of run and gun guides kind of between the age of 20 and 30. That has just exploded. It's like in a lot of states, you don't need anything. Like Kansas, you don't need a license. You don't need nothing. You could literally be like, throw an ad on Facebook or Instagram or whatever and just get clients and go. I mean, that's all you have to do. And it's so, and because of the social media aspect of that, it's so much easier to get clients. It's so much easier to, with the OnX combo. So I think I think those are the four: short stopping, social media, OnX, and guides, more an explosion of guides. I think it's a four-part recipe, really.
Yeah, you bringing that up, I'm absolutely inclined to agree with you. And I mean, satellite imagery for one, I can tell you, I'm somebody that scouts year round. At my current job, I have a lot of downtime. I'm a pipeline controller, so I just monitor a system of pipelines. But I have a computer at my hands all the time, and so a lot of times I'll just be sitting there on Google Maps and I scout year round, 12 hours a day. I sit there in front of a computer just looking, zooming on Google Maps, and then I'll take a pin from Google Maps or coordinates from Google Maps, and I'll put it into OnX and go pull up and see, oh, that is public land. Oh, you can hunt there. And, and then, just doing Google searches, it's just, there's so much information out there, and the accessibility to information is insane these days. So it absolutely has revolutionized. And I've heard you talk before. I can't really speak because, I'm younger than you in terms of, before satellite imagery. I've kind of always had it at my disposal since I started hunting 15 years ago. But I've heard you talk about before, just kind of wandering around aimlessly out there, hoping that there's a marsh around the next bend because you've been walking for 3 miles. But
it was a wonderful feeling. It was really fun because, like, if I just go another quarter mile, maybe there's a marsh. And when there was, talk about an exhilarating feeling.
Well, and
that's gone.
Adventure at its finest, isn't it? You know, that's like that Lewis and Clark style adventure where you don't know what's around the next bend. But and I would
keep a compass with me for night walks, because it's like if you go into the woods at night, that is a very difficult task. So I would walk in the daylight with a compass, and then at night I would literally, okay, let's follow the compass. I miss a lot of that. Because the thing it takes away from, it's making, there's certain people that will get boots on ground and find places. Right. And I was always one of those people because I'm just kind of a marsh rat. And now there's a lot of people that don't want to put forth that much effort to find those holes. And now you can find them so easily that it's really taken away a lot of the advantage that people like me had. And just like, I'm just going to go find them. And I'm off during the summer. So it's like, I get a cool day in the summer. I can just go. That's a lot of my off season scouting. It's like, I'm off for the next like 75 days.
I see.
So yeah,
the